All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be talking a little bit about technology. The idea here is that this will be a speaking class. I have a list of questions that we'll be running through, and we'll be just going through and sharing our opinions about different aspects of what we like about it, what we don't like about it, what we think should change, things like that. Okay. The sheet that I have here is in the Verbling chat box. I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. In this sheet, or on this sheet rather, you have some vocabulary words that are pretty good to go through. Some of them you may already know. Okay, but we also have some idioms that are down below that you can take a look at and try and use in your speech. Okay. Very good. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Rafael. How are you?
Hi, Chad. I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. Welcome. Good to have you here. All right. And how about Amparo? Hi there, Amparo. Welcome to class.
Hi, teacher.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our sheet. All righty. Oops, I think I grabbed the wrong one. Give me 1 second, you guys. This is the one. Cool. All right, very good. Okay, so let's start off with you, Amparo. Okay. Let's go to this question first. Let me actually zoom in a touch. Okay. Amparo, overall, do you think technology is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing, but I think that you have to put some limits. There are benefits, but also you have cons against the technology when it is not used in the correct with the correct purpose. I think it's a contribution, just not just for medicine purposes, but also in general for reducing the time that people use to do some jobs, and that's good. It's a benefit.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. Nice job. Okay. So the only thing here. Okay, instead of saying for medicine purposes, we have two different ways to say it, and I'm not exactly sure which one I would choose here, but you could say medicinal or medical. Medicinal, I think is for like medicine itself, or medical is everything.
Medical.
Yeah. Okay. So that's probably the one that we would go through, because when you said it, I was like, okay, I don't know if it would be medicinal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you did pretty good on your question. You corrected yourself a couple of times just on how you were phrasing things. That was really good. Okay, nice job. Very good job. Rafael.
Okay, I can say that I agree with her, and I can add that I think technology is a good thing by itself.
Mm-hmm.
It can only be a bad thing if you are addicted to it. But we cannot blame technology.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. In what ways do you think people can be addicted to it? What do you mean?
For example, I confess that I'm kind of addicted to internet connection because I feel anxious when I don't have it.
Okay. All right. And do you think many people throughout the world or throughout your country feel that way?
I think it is common everywhere. If you don't have internet connection, you feel that you have nothing to do, and we know we have, but it is an addiction.
There's no other way to explain it. I think you're exactly right. Sometimes people are just like, I don't know what to do with myself. My phone is broken, or I don't have internet in my house. What am I going to do? Right? And they just kind of freak out a little bit. Okay.
Yes, even when
Good.
you don't need to use it.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Let's take a look here. So a couple of things. Okay, so first up, you said I believe or I feel that I'm addicted to internet connection. Okay, you need the article the here to or let's see here. I'm addicted to. You could say internet connections or to the internet connection or my internet connection. We just need something. We need something in between to and internet connection. Okay, whether it be an article, the, or a possessive pronoun, my. Okay, something needs to go there. Okay, it just depends on what you want to say. Okay, the next one here, you said when we don't have our internet connection, we don't know what to do, even though we know we have. Okay. That would be an incomplete sentence. We know we have what? Okay, so to finish that off, what do you think you could say, Rafael, to say if you were saying we don't think we have anything to do, even though we know we have? How could you finish
We
that
have
sentence?
things to do. That's the problem is when I'm speaking in English, sometimes I think in Portuguese, and it is so obvious the rest of the sentence that
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't need to say because that's the way we speak in Portuguese.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. So. Yes, it would be similar. It would be similar in Spanish
In
as well.
Spanish.
They would say the exact same thing, right? So and yes, I know it's very challenging because there are times when I do the same thing in English, where in Spanish, where I'm saying something, and after I say it, I go, "Wow, that sounded very American," and I kind of think about it and go, "Okay, well, hopefully they understood me, right?" Now, do I still understand you? Yes, I understand you perfectly fine, even though you didn't complete the sentence. Okay, but that's not really the point here. It's being able to speak in a more fluent manner, right? And it just takes practice. Just take as much practice as you need. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Good. Okay. Amparo, what is your favorite piece of technology and why?
My laptop, because it's a tool that permits me to allow me to be in contact with my family, with my sister that doesn't live here, but also because it allowed me to take classes online, and that is a way that I try to practice my English every day, and because in other way I couldn't do it.
Okay, 1 second. No, you guys are thinking. I was like, oh no, 1 second. That means I've got so much. He's got. No, it's just I'm a terrible typer, and I make so many mistakes when I type, so I have to make sure that it's right. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so, all right, Amparo. Now, I know that you meant to say it, but this is one of your issues when
Yes.
you're reading and speaking. I know you know it, okay?
Yeah.
But yes,
Per
it
person.
allows
Yeah.
it allows me to take classes online. Okay, so pronouncing that that S.
Mhm.
Okay. Next one, because in the other way I couldn't do it. Okay, how could you fix that here?
Uh, in another way.
In another way, or by some other way, I couldn't do it, or at another in another moment in time. Okay, because that's really what you're saying, right? Is that right now, in this moment in history, the only reason why you can take classes online is because of the technology that we have.
Exactly.
Okay, so because you could say a popular thing that we say is because 10 years ago I could have never have done it. Uh-oh. Okay? Okay, because 10 years ago, okay, I could have never have done it. I could have never have done it. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, good, good.
Thank you.
No problem. Jacob, how are you?
How are you? I am now in Germany. It is midnight. I um, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. Good morning or good night.
Oh, for me, it's about 5:15, almost something like that, right? So it's good afternoon or
Yeah.
good night, whatever you want to say is fine. And now,
Okay.
Jacob, if it's midnight, that means you're either you're very close to places like Poland in Russia or something like that, or you're in Ukraine, or where are you from, Jacob?
Yes, I am now in Germany, in Frankfurt,
In
in Germany.
Germany. Ah, I knew that. Okay, but where are you originally from?
I am originally from Egypt.
From Egypt. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay. And yeah, because I wouldn't peg it. Is this your picture here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I would have with your picture, I would have pegged you for someone in the Eastern European side. But yes, Germany. Okay, great.
Yes,
Okay.
I have mixed family.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Jacob. We're talking about technology. So I want you to tell us what your favorite piece of technology is, and then tell us why.
Um, my favorite piece of technology is cell phone, because cell phone has been developed to be multifunctional piece of technology. You can you can have contact, you can call, you can speak, you can save your data, and so on.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Now, here with your answer, grammatically speaking. Nope, not V. Sorry, Control V. There we go. Okay, my favorite piece of technology is cell phone. Okay,
Yeah.
so when we talk about inventions, or when we talk about something that, yeah, basically just inventions, we need the article. Okay, when you're
Yeah.
talking about a cell phone in general, okay, we don't necessarily need the article "the" in front of it. Okay,
Yeah.
but in this case, because we're talking about inventions, you do. Okay, so my favorite piece of technology is the cell phone.
The cell phone. Oh, okay.
The cell phone, exactly. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. Everything else is pretty good. I would watch your pronunciations on your R sounds. Okay. Especially following other consonants like T's. Okay. Just remember with the TR. Okay. That's going to be a CHR sound. Tr. Okay, like contract. Okay, things
Con
like that. Okay. All right.
yes.
Very good.
Contract. Like individual. Mhm.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Okay,
Mhm.
good. Thank you. Let's go to Rafael. Rafael, what is your favorite piece of technology and why?
Okay, I'm going to sound repetitive because I would say internet connection.
Okay.
Why? Why? Because I can do a lot of things. We are using internet connection to study now. I wouldn't be able to talk to you if there were no internet connection. Actually, we could be talking on the phone, but it is not very convenient today. I can access anything from my from my computer, from my bedroom. Um, okay, I think I said everything.
Okay, good, good. Nice job, nice job. Even with your second conditional there. Okay, I forgot what the first part of it is. With the, but anyway, it was if there were no internet connection. Okay, very good job. I forgot the
Wouldn't be
first
able
part of
to
it.
come to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do this, that, or the other if there was no or if there were no internet connection. Good. Now, with internet connection as well, at the beginning of your statement, you do need to say the. Okay. Now, I realize what the problem is. So typically, we don't say internet connection. We just say the internet. Okay. So because the internet connection is just the connection that you have in the moment. Okay. But when we talk about it in general, we just say the internet. Okay, instead of adding the word connection on there, because that would mean that we're actually talking about the clink, like the plug, okay, that it's connecting to your modem. Okay, so we don't, when we're talking about it in general, we don't necessarily refer to it that way. And so your favorite piece of technology would then be the internet instead of the internet connection. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah, everything else was pretty good, though. Okay, really good job. Nice answer. Thank you. All right. Very good. Let's go to Amparo. Amparo, what are the main ways? What are the main ways in which technology has changed society?
Well, because they add, they have changed the way that you can share the information. Just a few seconds that the information, it can be spread around the world. But also that the technology have changed our habits, because we spend more time just in front of a screen. It could be a TV or a computer, but we stay more time inside home, and we don't exercise too much. So that is one of the principal problems nowadays.
Okay. One more second. Okay. Let's see. No. There we go. Good. Okay, take that one off. All right, very good. Let's take a look at three things. I was in the middle of writing one, and then I forgot what the rest of it was. You said something like in a few seconds it can be across the world or something like that.
Spread the info can be spread around the world.
Yeah, it can be spread around the world. So in just a few seconds, the information is. So instead of saying can, going straight to that verb. Okay, go right to is. The information is spread around the world in just a few seconds.
Okay.
Okay, instead of giving it the ability to do so. Okay, yeah, that's what you said. So anyway, I was hooking on to the word can, but I was like, you said something else that had to do with technology have. Okay, and then I went to that one, so I didn't forget it, and then I forgot the other one. So, yeah. Okay, so first one here, the technology have changed our habits. Okay, technology has.
Has.
Okay, so our first one there is has. Next one, we can stay inside home. Okay, so with the internet or with technology now, we instead of we can. Okay, yeah, we can. I might say we're forced to, or we can stay at home instead of inside home. Okay, we can stay at home, or we can stay indoors, something like that. But yes, we can't say we can stay inside home. I might just even stop at inside. okay, or indoors instead of adding home.
We spend more time at home, maybe.
Yeah, that would be good. We spend more time at home. That would be fine. That would be just fine. Okay. And the last one here, we don't exercise too much. Okay. We don't exercise enough.
Enough. Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. Very nice. Great. Let's go to our next question here, and this is for Jacob. Jacob, what are the main technological changes you have seen in your life?
Thank you very much. In my life, the main technological changes are facilitating the learning. That my learning, when I'd like to learn anything, my learning is accelerated, and I have easy connections to my friends around the world. It is owed to technological changes that I have the big chance to take part in online lesson like this.
Say that last part. You have big chance of what?
To take part in an online lesson like your lesson.
Okay.
The main changes are concentrated on learning, facilitating learning.
Okay. Good. Good.
And the communication facilities.
Okay. Great. Let's go to a few things here that you said. And the fireworks are already starting. It's not even dark yet in there. It gets, for those of you, oh yeah, Amparo knows as well as Rafael. I don't know what it's like, Jacob, in your country, but during this time of the year, Christmas is probably more New Year's in your country. But they set off fireworks, and here in Honduras, it turns into a war zone. It gets really loud and really crazy. And I'm just starting right now to start hearing fireworks. And so I was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, great, here it comes. Yeah. Okay, Jacob, let's see here. So facilitating the learning. Okay. Now, learning does not need to be given an article because it's not special. It's not an invention. It's not anything important here. So we just say facilitating learning in general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no article is necessary. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what's that?
Wrong. It isn't wrong, but it is only in terms of style better.
What do you mean in terms of style?
It is. I mean, it is better to not to use the article, but it isn't wrong when you use it.
It is wrong.
It is wrong. Okay.
Yes, you cannot say the learning.
Yes, that is what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay. The only time you could say the learning is if you were talking about a specific thing. For example, the learning done at that school is amazing. Okay. Now what you're doing is you're taking that and you're making that the subject. Okay, so here in this moment, it is not the subject. You were talking about it as learning in general. So that's why we would say facilitating learning. So the internet has helped to facilitate learning, or however you want to say it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next one here. My learning is accelerated. Okay. Now instead of my learning, we're going to say my ability to learn is how we would say that. Okay. My ability to learn is accelerated. Okay, like that. Okay. Next one here. I have easy connection to all my friends. Okay, we need an article in between have and easy. What would we say?
I have. I may make it in plural form. I have easy connections to all my friends.
You can do that. You can make it plural. Say easy connections. You can also say I have an easy connection. So either way is fine. Making connections plural or adding the article an in front of easy.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Next one. I have big chance to take part in online lessons. Okay. I have, instead of big, I would probably say many. Okay.
Mhm.
And if we change it to many, then you're going to have to change chance to chances. I have
Yeah.
many chances to take part in online lessons or online classes. Okay, things like that. Okay?
Okay, I thank you for your patience and your accuracy. Mhm.
Sure, no problem, no problem. That's what we're here for. That's what we're
Yes,
here for.
yes,
Nice job.
yes.
Good. Let's go to Raphael. And Raphael, this next question is for you. Do you think technology has made us more impatient and lazy? Why or why not?
Mm, yes, for sure. Why? Because, for example, I don't need to go to, I don't need to go out
Mm-hmm.
when I need to go shopping, for example, because I can buy things from my computer, using my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, Impatient, I don't know why
Okay.
exactly. But
Uh,
everything is so fast. I mean,
yeah.
when it comes to the internet connection, that when you need to wait a little, when you need to wait more, you get impatient easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's what I was going to say. Think back to whenever your connection is going kind of slow for a little bit. Maybe the screen doesn't come up in less than a second, but it takes 2 seconds for it to happen. Right? We're talking about
Yeah.
2 seconds, and we're going, come on! What's going on with my internet? And you're checking the connection, and you're waiting to see. And I remember now, Raphael, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Maybe. Did you start off with a dial-up internet connection in your home?
Uh, can you ask that again?
Yeah. Did you start off, or did your family begin with a dial-up internet connection, the one that goes?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. When I
Okay, that
was a
one.
teenager.
Okay, yeah, that one took forever.
Oh my God, yes, yes. Not fine.
Yeah, not fast at all. It was terrible. Okay,
Mm.
so good. Nice job with your grammar here. I didn't hear anything that was off. Okay,
I
I would
was
watch. What's that?
I was thinking I should speak briefly so I can avoid making a lot of mistakes because when we speak too much, that's
That's
when it happens.
that. Well, one thing, you guys, that I'm trying for the past a few months that I've been doing with a lot of my private students, is having them refocus how they are making how they're creating their sentences in their mind. Okay, because a lot of the problems that you come across when you're speaking is, and I do this as well in Spanish. Okay, so if there was a phrase back here that I gave to Amparo. Where would you go? Okay, because 10 years ago I could have never done it. Okay, in my mind it comes out very easily in English, and I walk into traps in Spanish trying to say those types of things because that's how I would say it in English. But I get into it and I'm like, I have to back myself out and then have to try and say it again, okay, in the way that someone who speaks Spanish would say it, okay? And so for a lot of my students, if you're having troubles a lot of times with your sentences, I say strip it down. Go to a basic form, starting off with your subject first. Okay, so start with your subject first, then go right to a verb, your direct object, and then the rest of it. Okay? And then learn where to put in the adverbs and whatnot. But a lot of times what people are doing is starting off with prepositional phrases, okay, which then messes everything else up as you're going along. Or you're starting off with an adverb, okay, and then you kind of fumble through the rest of it. All right. So if you can get into your mind, okay, every time I create a sentence or I say something, I need to start my sentences with the subject. That might seem very boring, but if you look in most cases, with English, okay, that's what's happening with the simple sentences that we go through when we're reading stories. A lot of times that's what happens. Okay, if not, okay, then you have your prepositional phrase, and then it goes to the subject and the verb. Okay, but it's always in that form.
I can say that I totally agree with you, but if we keep speaking this way, you're going to sound like an English grammar book or a Spanish grammar book.
Well, the thing is, once you learn that form and it's ingrained in you, it's like doing any movement. Okay, it's like doing any movement. If you play soccer or if you play baseball or whatnot, okay, if you play baseball and you have this movement, okay, where you're doing this all day long, it just becomes part of what you're doing. Okay, but now if the pitcher throws a curveball, which is a ball that turns in the air, you have to be able to read it and adjust your body and swing in a different way. Okay, what I mean by that is once you learn the basic form, then you add the rest of the pieces on top of that. Okay, because now you have this regular form, and that's the form that feels comfortable to you. Okay, and then you go, oh, so then that's where we place our adverbs. That's where we place the adjectives. Okay, so I can start off with the prepositional phrase, and life isn't going to end. Okay, but then you always come back to the core of that sentence, which is subject, verb, complement, or okay, whatever else you're going to put there. Okay, so that's what my point is.
You mean first grammar, then language. You mean first grammar, then vocabulary.
No. When you're learning a language, it's not always best to learn grammar, okay? But to just speak and copy, okay? And copy the way that people say things. In most cases, you have to take out the why. Okay, because grammar always with grammar the why always enters into and what I mean by that is, well, why do you guys say this when I say it this way? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you say it this way in your language and I say it this way in my language. The meaning is the same. So what you have to do is copy the way that I say that. Once you start copying the way that I say it and you remove the why doesn't matter, okay? But it's just the meaning, okay? If you're learning grammar without the why, then yes, by all means, go ahead, learn grammar first and then practice speaking it. But in most cases, when people do that, there's always this why, and they want to know why it's this way, why it's that way. It doesn't matter why. It just is. That's just the way that it is. Okay, and it's the same when I was learning Spanish. It took me just a little bit, and then I physically thought to myself, quit asking why. It doesn't matter why. If I do that, I'm going to drive myself crazy. It just is. Once I did that, it just started to come, and I started copying people and listening and watching how people said things, right? And it became easier to learn the language, okay? It doesn't mean that grammar is not important, but I started learning more about Spanish grammar and why I said the things that I said after I got my teaching certificate to be able to teach English. I couldn't tell you half the things that I knew about how I was speaking in another language before. I just did it. It just felt right. It felt right to say it that way, you know. So it's interesting. But anyway, let's get back to speaking. I'll step off my podium here, so you guys can get to practicing. Okay, good. Let's go back to Amparo. Okay. All right, Amparo, what new technology do you think will be introduced in the future? Or what technology would you like to be introduced in the future?
I don't know. Well, something that relieve people from the illness that are very dangerous and don't permit it to have movement or to have a comfortable life. It could be something interesting.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. So you said something that relieves people from. You did say from, not for. Sorry, that was my typo. From the illness that are very dangerous. Okay. So here we're playing with third person. Okay. So something that relieves. Okay, relieves, not relives, but relieves. Okay, good. Relieves people from illnesses. If you're going to use are, we have to say illnesses then.
Or I can say from their illnesses.
Yeah, from their illnesses. That works just fine as well. From their illnesses that that are dangerous. Okay. Or just stop at from their illnesses. Yeah, I wouldn't add, if you switched it to a possessive pronoun like that, I would not add the rest of it. Okay? So which would relieves them from their illnesses. Okay? If you did not add that, then I would say from the illnesses that are very dangerous.
Okay.
Okay? So either way, you're going to have to use illnesses. Okay? Let's see. The next one here, it could be something interesting. Okay? That could be something interesting, or that could be something nice or great. Okay? But the beginning part of that, you would need to say that instead of it.
Okay.
That could be. Okay? Good. Thank you, Amparo. Let's go to Jacob.
Yes.
Okay. Where are we at? Okay. All right. Jacob, do you think that modern society has become obsessed with technology? Why or why not?
I like to be reluctant regarding the word obsessed. I would say at very large extent dependent on the use of technology, because the multi-use of technology in our life is a fact, and we can't ignore that.
Okay. So you want to change the word obsessed to dependent. Is that what you're meaning?
Yes, yes. This is a necessity of the life.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second here.
We can't imagine our life without such technology devices.
Okay.
In learning, in hospitals, at universities, in the industry, and so on.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can, because I remember when I was younger, we just had the encyclopedia. Okay, and you had to go and go to the library, look it up underneath the letter. Okay, find out, look at the animal that you were studying. Okay, and it had all the information there. But yeah, there was a way to do it, but yes. Okay, it's much easier now with technology at the touch of a finger, a touch of a button. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Same
All right.
time.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. The first word that I have there is I wrote it in there for pronunciation. Okay. So instead of saying obsessed, it's obsessed. The stress is at the very end of the word. Obsessed.
Obsessed. Okay. Obsessed.
Good, good. Next one here, a very large extent dependent on technology. Okay, so this is when you are changing the word. Okay, so we are to a very large extent dependent on technology. So at the beginning of that, so we didn't have. You just started off into a very large extent. So you said I'd like to be, or I'm hesitant with the word obsessed because a very large extent dependent on technology. So we needed to have that subject verb that I'm talking about here. So we are, and then how we say that, we say to a very large extent. Okay, so we add that the preposition there. So we are.
Not at.
Yeah, not at. Okay, we are to a very large extent. Okay, and we add that in like that. To a very large extent, dependent on technology. Okay, sort of like that.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
very large extent.
Okay, good.
To a very large extent, can this parenthesis in the front of the sentence, we can change it, we can move it,
Yes, you can. You can say, to a very large extent, we are
comma.
dependent on technology. Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Or the position that it's in now. We are, to a very large extent, dependent on technology. Or
But
you can
not
put it at the end. We are dependent on technology to a very large extent.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, it can go in all three places.
But the standard is in the middle of the sentence.
That's where I personally like to place this adverbial phrase.
Yes.
Okay, which is what it is. Okay, but yeah, you can place it anywhere you'd like.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Next one here. This is a necessity of the life. Okay. Here we don't need the article on the. Okay. This is a necessity of life. And just going right to life instead of the life. Okay.
Can we read that? Can we read about this this use of articles in any good grammar book?
In any good grammar book?
Yes, or it is something of learning, of immersion.
Articles, in all seriousness, articles are crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
we only have 3 of them, but we have a lot of rules.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
sections.
What did you say, Amparo?
And sections.
And
A lot of rules and a lot of exceptions.
Oh, and a lot of exceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are a lot of rules, there are a lot of exceptions, and it's you can learn a lot of the basics. Okay, if I wish I had time to find my article sheet right now, I could upload it for you. But yeah, it goes through a lot of the rules and things like that. But you can look up the rules about articles in a lot of the grammatical sites that are out there, and they'll walk you through them. But again, it's just practice and listening to people again and copying when they say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imitating.
Okay. Okay. Amparo, you said library. What is that?
Just bothering you.
Oh, did I say library?
Yeah, when you said that the encyclopedia and people goes to the library.
Okay, I got what you're saying. I was like, where is this coming from? Yeah. What is that? Yeah, I don't think people go to the library anymore. That's correct.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, good. Rafael, let's go to you. Let's see here. Let's see here. I want to talk about so trusting technology and where it's dangerous. So let's talk about the dangers and the trust that we have in technology and our cell phones and computers. Are we too trusting of our devices, of the internet, and we don't realize the dangers that are out there? What do you think?
Okay, I'd like to talk about trust in general. Because I can say that we cannot trust anything 100%. Anything. I'm talking about people and technology and devices. So I think technology is very trustful these days, but you cannot always trust technology because, for example, last year I tried to transfer money and it didn't work. But when I was trying to track my money, I could not find it. So I needed to call the bank, and just to know what happened. So that's one example. And it can be dangerous because people with bad intentions can steal my money online.
Mhm.
What else? Sometimes, for example, when we are using Facebook, sometimes we share too much information about our personal lives,
Mhm.
and you can be kidnapped if you're rich,
Mhm.
because people will know a lot of things about your life because you share it with the world.
Okay, that's true. It's one of the reasons why here in Honduras I don't use Facebook very much. Every once in a while, but I don't like it because it tells people where your location is. Yes, I know you can turn it off, stuff like that. I just prefer not to use it at all. And so I use it very sparingly, to keep in contact with some people here and there.
Don't you
But yeah,
feel kind of lost?
no, not at all. Not at all. It's actually pretty liberating. In fact, I don't even have a smartphone anymore. My smartphone was stolen from me. And instead of buying a new one, I just said, all right, well, I'm going to buy a $20 cell phone. And life has been pretty cool. I don't spend time, when I'm eating dinner or lunch with my family. It's not like this. Where you have one hand that has your cell phone, the other hand is shoveling food into your mouth, and your family is sitting there, and you don't talk to them,
Yeah,
right?
I don't do it.
Sometimes that's
I have
how
one,
it
but I
would
don't
be.
do it.
What's that?
I have a cell phone, but I don't do it.
Yeah. Well, for me, the habit it's broken now. And I thought, well, when I first got to Costa Rica, I thought that I was gonna it was gonna be hard, okay, not being plugged in, and I didn't have a phone for a little bit, and then I got one. I got back involved in things, and then I unhooked myself when I was forced to when my phone was stolen from me, and so I just haven't decided to get back into it, and really it's been okay, because I work from home. I'm connected all the time, so it feels better to be out and about and just use a phone for its original purpose, which is calling someone, right? So yeah, that's all I really use it for now, and it's been okay. It's been okay. Okay, let's take a look here. The first one is going to be pronunciation. Now, your pronunciation has been pretty good. I've been listening for your L's, and I finally caught you on one of them. Okay, so the word is steal. Okay, make sure to reach your tongue up, touch the top of your mouth. Okay, so people with bad intentions can steal my money online. Okay, so let's try that. Steal my money online.
Steal my money online.
There you go. Good, good. Okay. Now, okay, the use of the verb can. Okay. Now, if you share too much information online, you said you can be kidnapped if you're rich. Okay.
Maybe.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you might be. Okay. You may be kidnapped. You might
Yeah.
be kidnapped if you're rich
That's the
instead of
problem when I
can.
try to speak quickly.
What's that?
That's the problem when I try to speak quickly because I have a good grasp when it comes to English grammar. And
Mm-hmm.
now I know that I should have used may or might instead of can, but when you are speaking, you don't think uh, too much. I try to speak fast, quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I make a lot of mistakes.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, and I know you probably know your mistakes that are very common for you. But yeah, that's a big one for Spanish speakers, Italians, Portuguese speakers, some French speakers. Okay, when they use can or have too much. Okay, more than we would do that in English, right? Okay, good. Let's go to Amparo. I'm probably going to be able to get through one more round here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Amparo, what do you think elderly people think of modern technology? Do you know people who reject it? They're elderly and they absolutely reject it. Do you know others who embrace it and actually use the technology?
Yes, that depends on the people, I think. I met a guy that he was from the United States, and he was 75 years old, and he was learning Spanish, and he was using Skype. He was trying to learn how to do it, and also his iPad. Yes, he just tried to be with the um, head with the technology, and
Mhm.
don't feel uncomfortable because he's an elder people. Just he tried to learn, and that shows that you can do it because he was in contact with a group of people.
Okay. And what about on the other side? You know, many people who absolutely reject technology. They say, I'm too old. I'll never learn it.
Yes, also, yes, there are, for example, some people that even though that they know the advantages of the technology. For example, if you can do a payment or on the internet, and just in your home, in your house, without moving to line up in a bank or something, they prefer go to the bank. And this is because it is, they think that is safety, that you have a ticket, a receipt that is said that you were there. And with the technology, with all the things that happen on the internet, they are, I think, it is suspicious that something wrong can happen with their money. So yes,
Mhm.
it's also that also happen. That depends on, that's why I said that depends on the people.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at a few things here. All right. Let's see. Oops. Okay. So I met a guy that it was from the United States.
It
Okay.
was that.
That was, yeah, take out that it. Okay. Okay. A guy that was. Okay. Okay. He just tried to be ahead with the technology. Okay. Instead of he just tried to be. Huh?
Uh, I don't know how to express that. I just when you said a la par.
A la par de la tecnología.
Exactly.
He tried to be aligned. Okay, so you could say aligned. You could say up to date.
Alone, no. Alone, no. No.
Up to date. You could say he um, tried to be up on. Yeah, there we go. That's the phrasal verb. Okay, so up on. Okay, so not upon, but up on. Okay,
Up
separated.
on.
So he just tried to be up on technology. Okay,
Okay.
and you have to emphasize that the difference between them. He tried to be up on. If you are up on something, that means that you are up to date, that you are current. Okay, you
Okay.
could also say current with the technology as well.
Okay.
Okay, that would work too. Okay,
Current
um,
with.
yeah,
Mhm.
current with the technology. Okay, or current without the current with technology. Okay, okay, because he is an elder people. Okay, here we're going to say elderly person.
Okay.
Okay, and last one here, they think that it is safety. Okay, they think that it is safer.
Safer.
Okay, good. All right, excellent. Good. Let's go to Jacob. Okay. Jacob, do you think modern technology reduces or increases stress, and why?
Um, Thank you. I think Modern technologies are like double sword, you say in English,
Mhm.
double sword. They
Mhm.
have advantages and uh, misadvantages, and they cause both um, stress and convenience.
Okay, all right, let's see here.
They provide convenience and cause also stress.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Let's take a look here. So a couple things. So with the sword reference, first off, we need the article there saying are like a. Okay.
Yes.
So we say
Yeah.
a double, and then we add the word edge. Okay. A double-edged sword.
Okay.
Okay. So
Got it.
that's how we say that. Okay. So technology is like a double-edged sword.
Yes. Sources.
Okay. Now, the last one there is misadvantages. So instead of saying misadvantages, it's dis. Okay, so it's disadvantages.
Okay, that come from German imperialism.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we say dis instead of miss.
We say in German, miss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm sure you can see a lot of similarities between English and German. Okay,
Yes.
and then if you study French, you'll be like, what? Okay, and then yeah,
Yes.
there's a ton of words that we take from German, from French, a lot of pronunciations that we use from German as well.
Yes.
It's really quite interesting once you're taking a look at it. But I've also heard that German grammar is really complicated. Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Pronunciation and grammar is very complicated for English people.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I've been told. I haven't taken a look at it. My dad knows a bit of German, but he's definitely not fluent. But anyway, very good, you guys. Well, I'm going to pause here for our class. Thank you for coming in. It
Thank
was
you
great
very
having
much.
you guys here. Good job. Good
Great.
job with
Thank,
your
thank,
pronunciations, with your hard work. Okay,
thank you.
keep working hard, and I will see you in a future classroom.
Mhm.
Merry Christmas, Amparo. Okay,
That's
have
Thank
a
good
have a
one.
great
you.
night.
Take
Thank
care.
you
Yeah.
also. Thank you. Happy New
Uh,
Year and Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Do you
Bye
do you
bye.
celebrate Christmas, Jacob?
Yes, why not?
Oh, good, good. Okay, well,
Oh,
My,
great. Well,
you
happy
are
Merry
already.
Christmas, Happy New Year to both of you guys.
thank
Thank you,
you. Thank
teacher.
you.
The same for
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Excellent. Okay, you guys. We'll see you later. Take care.
Bye
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
bye.
Bye bye.